Hi everyone, Bandanner here and welcome back to WARNO. Today we are not in the league. Today I've got something else for you because I was watching this game live. Lathans was streaming this on Discord and it was absolutely hilarious. Lathans hates this map. This map breaks him every time he plays it. There is so much rage from his side about this map. It is really funny. So a lot of the pro players don't like this map. And one of the reasons is obviously it's an infantry sort of grind fest. And it, as Lathans put it at one point, brings everyone to the same level. So everyone with an infantry grind fest is in the same infantry grind fest regardless of whether you're number 1 on the rank ladder or number 300. So I think it frustrates him that he can't use some of his more advanced tactics on this map either, because realistically you're going to walk into a wall of infantry. I think the funniest bit was after he finished the game, he was showing us the replay, and I'm not going to be able to perform it like he did, but he zoomed into the forest here and just said, while complaining about the map, he just started shouting, "Big blob of infantry here! Big blob of infantry here! And here! And here!" It was absolutely hilarious. And I'm sorry, I do not do it justice, but this game was really funny, and just the way both of them played it towards the end was very amusing. So I thought we'll watch this one through, because it's good to have a game that's a good laugh once in a while. And you have to bear in mind that, although I'm not going to be able to reproduce it, the screaming and shouting and hilarity on Discord was very good in the background of all this. Some of which I'm sure would be too much swearing to put in the YouTube video. But yeah, that was, yeah, Lathans. If I had, I wish I had a sound recording of him reeing. I don't know if you've ever watched him play a game on Twitch, or like joined in when he's streaming a game on Discord, but he does the most amazing re-rage. It is perfect. I wish I had it as a sound clip for so many situations, but I think he'd never forgive me. So this is Lathans versus Slavia. Slavia, you will know, comes along and plays quite often on a Wednesday with me when I'm doing one on Wednesday. Obviously, I will note that every Wednesday I do community games. We do 10v10s. Anyone's welcome to come along. So please do come along to the stream on Twitch and join in. But Slavia has been joining us for the last few weeks as well, and he's working his way up the rank ladder, I believe, or trying to, as is everyone. I'll quickly pause and just show you what we have down. So Lathans over here playing as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers. He was playing those quite a bit over the weekend. And then we have Slavia on the other side playing as the 79th. So Holstrom Jaeger, 3 squads of, just spreading around in this side of Charlie. Then we have some Lux and another scout vehicle. Some pushing straight up to here, as you can see. And this one is heading over this direction to the top end of Charlie, or the left-hand side. At the back, we've got some Panzer Grenadiers in Marders. We've got some Leo 185s, a Gepard, and an Iltis Commander. And again, all of this going up very aggressively into Bravo. I mean, this is ballsy. Lots of vehicles going up that way, to be honest. Unusual to see so many vehicles. And then we've got a command also heading around the back to Echo and then across into Charlie. Over the other side, Spetsnaz heading into Charlie towards the center. We've got some Spetsnaz also heading up here, GRU specifically, so recon. Also got some Motorzvedka heading into Charlie as well. At the back, we've got loads of units. I expect we're going to have a bit of a spread out here. Yeah, so we've got a command going up to Alpha, then the center. Pretty much the same as what Lathans is doing. And we've got loads of stuff charging up this way, so we will see units meeting each other on the road. But we've got a good selection of stuff here. So we've got Motostraki Metis, Motostraki BMP in BMP2s. We've got Strelas, we've got a Cub, we've got 2 commands. We have a bunch of supply. We've got Igla, we've got Sapri, we've got Sapri RPO, and we've got more Motostraki Metis. Let's let these guys get going. First combat is definitely going to be down here in the forest. Lathans already has a tornado out. Lathans always concerned about the MI-24s that can come out for the 39th. But yeah, Lathans desperately wants this map removed from ranked. I think everyone should vote against that, just to make sure he's dragged down to our level and has to stress out and be enraged a little bit. He can get down to our level and grind a bit in the forest with some infantry. Looks will engage the Spetsnaz Gru. Spetsnaz Gru should get out of their vehicle in time. Maybe not. Oh, they did. They did. Spetsnaz Gru making a run for it. Oh, that is the luckiest Spetsnaz Gru ever. Oh, very nice. Slavia suicided his truck into the Lux so the Spetsnaz Gru could get away. Very good. Very, very good. And now the other infantry arriving. More Motostraki being called in there. The centre, we won't see too much fighting at the moment. Just a little bit of engagement between the Fallschirmjäger and the Spetsnaz Gru. The Fallschirmjäger, I would have thought, should win that fight, but they were caught out. Oh, wow! Because they were caught outside the building, they're actually already completely stressed out and have fallen to bits. Genuinely surprised that the Fallschirmjäger fell apart like that. I thought they'd actually do a decent job against the Spetsnaz. Well, Spetsnaz Gru specifically. Reinforcements coming in finally for Lathans. He's dropped them off a bit earlier. Obviously, there's not a lot in here for Slavia right now. He is holding with very minimal units. He will need reinforcement. Over in the middle, though, Slavia is looking a lot better. Look at this. Tornado IDS MW1. An early air purchase for Lathans. Should clear the building, though. Indeed, it does. That's a nice set of kills. Does take some damage from AA, though. Skirmishing is continuing in the grinding forest. Obviously, these infantry, not so good against the Lux out in the open. They really want to be catching these vehicles in the deep forest, preferably, where they can make shorter work of them. Slavia did temporarily have control of the centre, so it's slightly ahead in points at this stage. But obviously, looking pretty good in the middle there. More infantry in there. The command is out once more. Fallschirmjäger almost down. Slavia looking pretty good there with a +3. I'd just like to state for the record, by the way, that Slavia played this game very well. BTR 80 goes down. Motostrelki going up against the Panzer Grenadiers now. Ideally, I'm sure would like to go up against the vehicles instead. Various infantry and vehicles being called in for both players now. Lots of helicopters. Lux managing to get around the back here. There are more Motostrelki coming in. They need to be careful, though, because they're going to be picked off before they reach... Oh, very, very nice. Look, Motostrelki being stopped and dropped off early. Slavia watching what he's doing. Leo 1A1A1's coming in at the back there. They'll be heading towards the centre, along with all of those Panzer Grenadiers. There is an infantry command coming in as well for Lathans. Seed coming in there, looking for the Gepard. Lathans is pretty good at turning his AA on and off. You can catch him out sometimes if you don't bring Seed in for a very, very long time, and if he's not expecting it. Or indeed, you manage to swipe around and get a shot on him like that. Tornado really just missing the mark on that one. Oh, Tornado goes down to the Cub and the Strela. Spetsnaz Gru here, absolutely cleaning up. Very nice. Lux going around the back, looking for a kill on the Cub. Manages to do some damage. Cub is retreating. Cub may go down here, though. There's nothing there to protect it. BMP-2 is being moved back to assist. Lux here obviously causing issues for Slavia's reinforcements. Infantry command will be looking to get into that point. 3 commands Lathans has on the map. And Lathans needs to build up forces to be able to push back into the center point. A little bit of a quiet period. Looks still pushing down here. Maybe looking for a command to kill. Marker has gone down on the command. We know what Lathans wants a piece of. M110 called in to try and kill that. One tactic, I guess, on any map, including this one, is to try and delete all of your opponent's command vehicles until they simply have none left. T-80B coming in here. The Lux managed to kill the Cub over there and snag the supply vehicle. Mi-24P heading over there to assist, though. Lathans has done a good job at tying up Slavia here with the Lux. Over in the centre, Lathans making a move, making use of his artillery to clear the buildings. Still has a large group of infantry here. As he said, this is his infantry blob heading in towards Slavia's. But right now, Slavia looking good with the map control. Seed coming in again, looking for AA over here. There isn't actually any anti-air there. Lathans relying on aircraft. MiG-31 in, looking for a kill on that Tornado Seed. Nice hit. Does he get a second? Oh, very lucky Seed Jet. Lathans getting lucky that time. Once again, though, all of Lathans' infantry dealt with in the centre here. He's only got vehicles left. BO-105 destroyed as well. Lathans waiting patiently to get back into this point. Have you ever seen a game where Lathans is so standoffish? I've never really seen him not move this much. He's bringing some Fliegerforce up there for anti-air now. This Lux is still alive in the centre over here. It's still going strong. I don't know how. 10 minutes to the win for Slavia, though. He must be pleased with this. Lathans looking a little bit stuck. He's bringing in a second infantry command, heading up towards the centre. He still has the vehicle up there as well. Motostocky BMP hunting for that Lux. Lots of reinforcement infantry coming in for Lathans. Slavia taking more and more of this point. It's going to be harder and harder for Lathans to push back in here. Obviously, ideally, he needs to get a corner of this point sooner or later. There is a point in this game where the panic really sets in for Lathans, and you'll see when it happens. Panzergrenadiers pushing back into that point, going up against the Spetsnaz group. Supplies coming in to rearm the other Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers stunned already. Panicking very quickly. They are only trained. They aren't ranked up at all. Obviously not ideal in that situation. Obviously you tend to bring them in more for the Marder Milans, hence why you're not usually relying on them as being the line infantry. You're usually using them in conjunction with the Marders, but in this situation, obviously it's hard to operate Marders in a forest. Look at this, Slavia with 7 minutes to the win. Well, nearly 8 minutes, I guess, but it's not looking bad at all right now. Artillery going in against the Modostrelki there, who are retreating. Lots of stuff pushing up that way. Looks like Lathans is going to try and get in the top of this point now. Should have enough infantry and vehicles here. A Leo 1A1A1s and a Leo 2A3 to take this side of the point. Recon being moved up to see what's coming in. No artillery in for Slavia at this stage. Command makes it in to the back point. Surely there will be a quick response from Slavia there to deal with that. Lathans has slipped that in without any resistance. Lathans obviously hoping that's a good distraction while he pushes in over here. There's a large force of units moving in. Zechirong's coming in as well. Jaeger Commander at the back. Why is there a helicopter back here? It's just a recon helicopter. I did wonder. Where is that BRDM-2EU going? The shenanigans of commands is about to begin. I think that's BRDM2 heading towards the back point here. I think it might have been spotted moving by Lathans, though. He is moving up the Scimitar and his recon helo. I think he might have seen that moving through the point and out the back. He will be ready for it. His infantry command is back out of that point. Back to a +3 for Slavia. 6 minutes to the victory. 26 minutes left of this game. Lathans obviously needs to start taking ground. Pushing back in the centre here. It's a strong showing. He's built up a big force. Obviously, Slavia's forces more spread out throughout this point. Means Lathans can be quite aggressive here. He's going up against less units, even though they are a little bit entrenched. BMP-2 support from the back. Looking for kills on the Leos. Nice hit. Lathans gets his command in. Now we are neutralized. Slavia at 1,300 points. BRDM, 2U pushing around the back here. Manages to get past the Leo 2A3. Can the Scimitar shoot it? Surely it can. Surely it... Yeah, it can. It can shoot it. The Raden will tear this apart, surely. If it makes it into the point, though, it will at least neutralize. Oh, the Leo 2A3 has moved into position. Oh, yes, he got the neutralization. Oh, yes, Slavia, that was beautiful. +2, even though he's no longer in full control of the center. Slavia will be pleased with that. I'm very curious. So I missed the start of this game live. I'm very curious if Lathans was reeing at that. Because his units were just not hitting the mark. He quickly moves an Iltis command in there, though. Quickly dealt with. But still, more points to Slavia. Lathans with a good foothold on this side of the centre now, though. But over at the other side of the map, Slavia looking pretty good. He's holding the line. Question is, can he do a counter push into Lathan's back point? If he can make it through the forest. SU-25 rocket attack coming in there. We've seen that in recent games being very effective. Leo 2A3 smokes it. It was the wrong way round. Tornado Seed goes down. MI-24 goes down. Lots of units going pop right now. Looks like a lot of blue units as well. How's it looking over here? Very quiet at the moment. Lathan's happy to just hold the line. I'm waiting to see Slavia be a bit more aggressive at that side. That'll really throw Lathans off his game again, because at the moment he's able to just bring everything in here. Oh wow, that is a lot of Eyehawks. 3 Eyehawks for the centre. Lathans definitely has had enough of any aircraft in this game. Slavia not doing a bad job here at all, managing to clear up some of these buildings. Lathans definitely lost a chunk of his attacking force. Don't get me wrong, Slavia lost some stuff too, but Slavia must be pretty pleased with this. Leo's driving straight into enemy infantry. Do smoke and retreat. Lathans making another move on the back point there. Will be walking into enemy vehicles and infantry. Whether there's enough in that corner to stop him is a different matter entirely. You can just see them pushing in up there at the top of the screen. Loads more Leos coming in here. Bunch more Panzer Grenadiers being called in Marders. The big annoyance right now is probably this 2A3, which is hard to dislodge. There's an Iltis command pushing around the back here. And Leo 1A1A1. Does this command get in this back point? As I say, a little bit of musical commanders in this game, especially towards the end. And this is how it starts. A little bit of trying to get around the back. MI-24V could make very short work of all these units. And obviously there is a Motrazvedka in position to watch out for incoming vehicles. Surely something is spotting that Iltis command. Question is Slavia paying attention? Has he seen it? Artillery in now for Slavia as well. Good use of artillery by Lathans though to clear these buildings. He's got heavy artillery there. Doing plenty of damage. MI-24 taken out by the tornado. The Iltis command is almost in the back point. I think it's going to get in there. Scimitar is dealt with. SU-25AT needs to evac after taking damage. Iltis command takes the back point from Slavia. This side, however, was held. He's pulled his Faltrium Jaeger commander all the way back to the edge of this forest. Still no counter push down here from Slavia though. So Lathan's still concentrating the majority of his forces here. And obviously having capped the back point. T-80BK coming in to retake the back point. And an MI-8 coming in to look for that command vehicle. Over the halfway mark with currently a +4 to Lathans. He's got some catching up to do, but plenty of time to win the game at a +4. So many units in the centre for Lathans now. Just a big mess of infantry and supporting vehicles. He is making progress now, though. But at the same time, look at this in the middle of the point. Slavia pushing his units up to try and get shots off on these Leos. Artillery coming in on them as well. A little bit far back. But Lathans looking reasonably good here. But both players losing plenty of units. I think the Motostrocki's going command hunting here. Has second thoughts and pulls back. Command back in there for Slavia now. Hunting down the Iltis command. The MI8 should see that without any issues, I would imagine. Slavia pushing the other side now. His forces are out. He's gone straight through everything that Lathans had there. And this is what he needs to do. He needs to force Lathans to buy units down here. Now, Slavia has invested a reasonable amount in this defensive force. He needs to make use of it. He needs to push. And that'll force Lathans to redirect forces to this area. Lathans command destroyed in the back point. Slavia not looking great in the middle now. He's lost a lot of ground. He needs to take this side of the map. BRDM moving up to take this point. Obviously there's still an Iltis command in there for Lathans. Slavia definitely has the bigger force here. Look at this at the top of this point. Slavia's infantry have managed to push all the way up to that command. Not quite reaching it though. Taking hits from that big artillery piece. MW1 coming in to finish the job. Lathans trying to save his command. But right now, centre is completely in Lathans' hands. But remember, Slavia has now seen where that command is, and Lathans hasn't moved it. And Lathans has told me off for not moving my command after it's been seen before. I'm saying that now. Over here, Slavia looking very good, pushing up this main road, looking for a kill on this command at the back. Lathans calling in a helicopter to try and stave off the push of these vehicles. Even the BTR-80 will cause problems for this Iltis. Command tank heading in towards the centre from the back point for Slavia as well. Currently just a +1 to Lathans as this side falls. Loads of reinforcements urgently called in for this point. Iltis does take a bit of damage from the BTR-80. BMP-2 pushing up as well. Slavia with a nice +1. You can be happy with that at the moment. There's still this Jaeger commander behind his forces though. He doesn't realise it's there. BMP-2 misses the mark on the Leo 1A1A1 here. SU-25 coming in to clear up the Leo 1A5s, pushing their way across that bridge. BTR-80 still going. Finally gets destroyed. Good effort though. Tornado coming in. Command back in the centre for Slavia. Musical Commanders begins now. Lathans pushing his command frantically towards the back there. Currently +2 to Slavia. Lathans managed to get his command back in here for a neutralisation, but his Leo 1A5s being pushed by Some infantry. SC-25 rocket goes down at the back along with the tornado. Lathans looking like he has slightly more forces on the map at this point. But there are 2 command tanks in the center for Slavia. One Leo 105 goes down to those infantry. All of these martyrs arriving now. That was some panicked buying, just slapping them all down. Lathans was not enjoying the game at this point, frantically moving commands around. Command does make it in the back point and will completely cap that because there's no counter command in there. Tornado AT coming in. Looking for a kill on the command, I think. Artillery coming in. On the commands in the back corner. MiG-31 in for the jet. Gets the kill. Ihawk trying to get shots on the Seed. Seed coming around. Does it take any out? Doesn't even manage to launch. I think Lathans is playing with those. SC-25 rocket comes in for the martyrs. The command's still at the back at this point. I just want to have a look over here. MiG 27k. Manages to get one Ihawk, but badly damaged, has to retreat. Successfully gets out the map though. Lathans still controlling most of this point in the middle, but this is a meat grinder. Look at this at the top here. One T-80BK goes down. T-80BK's close range versus infantry. No, no, no. Slavia loses both of those in quick succession. T-80BVK coming in to retake the back point. Currently +5 to Lathans. Has he turned it all around at this point? That is the question. His Marder's doing a good job here. Lots of good fire support. His Panzergrenadiers pushing up. Some of them are badly damaged. Some of them are stressed out. But he's still going. T-80BV, IZD-29s. Making mincemeat of the Martyrs. Power 1 coming in to try and threaten those tanks. In the middle, Slavia looking very thin on the ground at this point. Very, very thin on the ground. MI8 looking for that command in the corner. Down to a +3 for Lathans. The command over here. Not looking in the best position anymore for Slavia. Lathans pushing around the back lines of Slavia here, trying to clear up everything. SU-25 coming in again in the middle. Tornado Hitchy looking for a kill on the command. Doesn't get it. Takes it down to 1 HP. Lathans was not enjoying that fact. It's a pretty good hit with the bombs as well, but did not quite catch it right. Fallschirmjäger Commander at the back there. Still happily in that point. SU-25 coming in, clearing up some of the choppers here. Takes a hit though. Will need to evac. MiG-31 in for the tornado. Lots of jets being lost for both players in this game. Lathans now in complete control of the center with 10 minutes left of this game. His Jaeger commander being hunted down by the T-80 BVK. That's some balls on that T-80. He's actually going to win that fight. That was quite impressive. Power 1's pushing in here, looking for kills on tanks. Looking for that command tank, I believe. More Panzer Grenadiers have arrived in this point. The rest appear to have died. That's a fresh set of squads. Slavia looking very, very thin on the ground. T-80 BVK pushing in past those Marders, and the Leo 1A1A1 could get side shot here. Has it turned in time? It has. It gets the kill on the Marder. Is that Leo out of supply? No, he still has a bit of fuel left. Helicopters dealt with by the T-80 BVK's machine guns. +3, 7 minutes to the victory. Lathans still wins this, but command is heading into the center for Slavia. The neutralization is about to occur. Lathans catching up rapidly though. And Lathans looking a little bit thinner on the ground in the middle now as well. And Lathans over here looking very thin on the ground. Lots more here for Slavia. Tornado IDS AT coming in. Not hitting anything important at the moment. Command is in the center and BTR goes down. You need to be careful with that BVK. Lathans will want to kill that very, very soon. T-80 BVK pushing in this side. Needs to be careful though. The Par 1 is looking for a side shot on it. Does manage to get into the forest proper. HE bombers coming in, looking for a kill on the command tank at the back. That's a badly damaged tank already. MiG-31's coming in, trying to see off some of these jets. One HE goes down. The others just about get out. Panzer Grenadier Marder's being cleaned up in this point over here by Slavia. He's doing a good job. He's back in the center. It's +2 to Slavia. Lathans is in trouble here with 5 minutes left of this game. He's got an Iltis command pushing around the top here. Where are you going with that, Lathans? Where are you going with that command? Lathans pushing up the Fallschirmjäger. He's looking for a kill on that command tank. He's bringing in units from the back lines as well. And there's nothing there that Slavia can use to stop them, really. He's relying on the Motostrelki, which are already badly damaged. It's not looking good for that T-80 BVK. Down here, he's looking a little bit better off. Slavia should be... Could he push through this point? Potentially. I mean, there's a lot of anti-tank stuff coming in for Lathans. Leo 2A3 obviously being the big issue. Six minutes left. The command tank does have to retreat out of the center, away from the Fallschirmjäger. Back to a +1 for Lathans. That's not enough though. 21 minutes to the victory. 5 minutes. Okay, just under 6 minutes left of the game. Lathans still needs more ground. Leo 2A3 might buy him that ground if he can get up to the T-80. But there are T-80 BV IZD still in play in this right-hand point. Iltis command has managed to sneak all the way around the back. It's going to be seen by the Motrazvedka. Do the Motrazvedka get the kill before it gets in the point? No, it gets the neutralization. Does it get the entire cap? I think it will. Oh. Iltis command gets the cap. Taking fire from the Motrazvedka though. Jaeger commander was being hit by artillery there. Had to retreat out of the building. Did survive though. It took a while, but Slavia did eventually fire at that when he knew it was there. Slavia looking very thin on the ground, except for at this side of the map now. He needs to take this point. He needs to make good use of those T-80s. One goes down to the Jaguar, though. He smokes. Iltis Command pushing around the back there. MW1 gets some nice kills on some infantry in the forest. Jaguars shooting again, looking for some kills. Gets a kill on the Strela. Fallschirmjäger Commander pushing up at the back here, going for Slavia's back point. Currently +5 to Lathans. Victory in 2 minutes. He has this game as it stands. T-80 PVK coming in for Slavia, though, heading into his back point. Now there is a Motrazvedka that has potential to kill this Fallschirmjäger as it goes in. Motrazvedka got the kill on the command in that point. The T-80 BVK takes it back. Just at +1 now for Lathans. Long time to the victory now. Another T-80 BVK coming in. Oh, the Motrazvedka get a shot off, but they miss their mark. They get the second kill, but they're not moving. They're not moving out the building. The Fallschirmjäger are off. I don't know if Slavia spotted it. Oh, the Razvedka aren't chasing him down. Lathans will probably get that into the point then if Slavia doesn't have a helicopter or something to respond to that. It's been seen again, look. It's being shot at. Oh. Slavia making a move through this point. I expect that's what he's concentrating on at the moment. Lathans likely about to lose that +1 temporarily, but if he caps that back point, that's not good for Slavia. Leo 283 makes short work of that. T-80 BV coming in though. Can someone get a side shot on this Leo? Modostrelki might. A Fallschirmjäger Commander at the very top of the screen there, almost in the point. 2 T-80 BVKs coming in for Slavia, heading towards the center though. It's a mad scramble to cap points and get a points victory here. Modostrelki almost kill the Leo 283. The Fallschirmjäger Commander have taken the back point. +5 again to Lathans. 1 minute to the victory. He will overtake Slavia at this point. It's all about if anyone can make it to the full points at this stage. Surely one of those T-80 BVKs will move to that back point now. One of them's going to the center. Both players looking very, very thin on the ground. They must be running out of units. 1 minute left. +5. Lathans just takes over in points. He doesn't manage... Oh, Slavia, I should say, doesn't manage to kill the Iltis command in this point. But look at all of these BRDM2s charging down that Iltis. It doesn't matter if Slavia loses these. He just needs to kill the command. They're all peppering it. It's out of the point. And he gets the kill. Only +3 to Lathans. But it's still enough for the win. He's still ahead in points. T-80 BVK badly damaged pushing into Alpha. And the T-80 BVK here never made it into Charlie. And I think that's game for Lathans. But for a long, long time it was not looking great for him. Slavia played that very well. And there it is. Lathans succeeds eventually. But look at how close the kills and losses were. Slavia actually ahead in kills. Musical commanders at the end of the game to try and get as many points as possible. Lots of kills for quite a few units. Marder did well there. Jaeger were doing well in the middle. The Fallschirm Jaeger. Over at the other side. Oh, wow. That's the Spetsnaz GRU that were at the forest side of the map. Look at all the kills they got. They escaped at the start, and then they slaughtered everything that Lathan sent in there at the start of the game. They deserve a medal. MVP goes to that Spetsnaz GRU. I don't care if anything else got more kills. That was impressive. What a crazy game. I just wish I had been recording some of Lathan's sound clips for it because it was hilarious. But very well played to both players. So close, Slavia, so close to taking him out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more WARNO.